The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Welcome to the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, and flavor of local snacks, national favorites, and even some bizarre international treats, alone or in head-to-head battles. I am Jess, and with me is my panel of snacking experts. We have Dave.
Ho, ho, ho.
Mikey.
Bah humbug.
And Ed.
Hello.
And today we're doing something unusual. Do we want to tell everybody what we're doing?
All right, let's tell them.
I'm pretty pumped about this.
Yeah, we're kind of reversing it a little this week, and we're picking the worst of the worst.
And I think we nailed it, folks. I think we got it.
Let's hope we do.
Definitely synonymous with
So,
Christmas, but
this is the one that makes us the saddest to snack on. The saddest holiday snack.
Well, and I think as Dave often says, you know, we do it so you don't have
You're
to.
right.
Although I bet many of the listeners and viewers have had at least two of these, you know, maybe not the ribbon candy. That's really old school stuff.
everybody's had a candy cane in their lifetime.
Everybody's
I
had
would hope
that.
so.
But this is something somebody, you know, auntie's going to offer you. Oh, here, have some of this. And it's like, oh, God, and you got to end up eating
It's true.
some of this just to be nice, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
But you don't want any of this. And it sells, apparently, because it comes out every year.
Yeah, it's still on the market.
Yeah.
It does sell. And I think, you know, my recommendation is we got to be careful about the order of these snacks. Candy canes should be last. After you eat
Yeah,
a
they'll wipe
candy
out the
cane,
flavor
you're
of
not going to
everything.
taste anything.
Agreed.
I think ribbon candy would be second to last. We're going to have to go unadulterated fruitcake
Oh,
to start.
God.
Oh, boy.
This was me growing up. You might, Ed, it must be
Yeah.
the same thing. This was the joke of all snacks. Or when you brought somebody over something at Christmas time and you brought them a fruitcake, the thing would sit around till last year.
Yep.
Nobody ever touches it. It sits there. Nobody ever eats it. It's fruitcake.
Well,
Is all fruitcake supposed to be chilled before slicing and serving? Is that like a thing?
I don't think so.
It says it on it.
I have to say this much. Every year, Becky's dad gets a fruitcake for Christmas. It's one of the things he looks forward to.
Really?
I have never eaten fruitcake in my life, so this is going to be a first for me.
Well,
I've heard mixed reviews
So
on
he
it.
gets a fruitcake every single year, no matter what, and
No.
you never ate any.
No, he takes
Why?
it home.
Oh, he takes it home.
One of his
Jess
gifts.
seems very worried about it. It just sits on shelves in the store.
The first ingredient is raisins, and I've never seen that.
Anywhere.
Pretty
gonna
much in
have a
any baked
lot of
good, the first
raisins.
ingredient is never like
Maybe-
dried fruit.
Maybe in Raisinets it would be first. We
Maybe.
don't know. We'll have to
I
look
think
into
it
sugar
would be
and the
raisins.
chocolate crow.
But the ingredients are raisins, orange peel, pineapple, then flour. It's kind of messing with me a little bit.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of fruit. It's a lot
I
of
know they call
fruit.
it a fruitcake.
hence the name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
They should call it a fruitcake if they don't already.
So it should be healthy then, right? If it's got a lot of fruit, even though it looks
Sure.
like it's been gelled.
This is so funny.
well,
Well, you don't even know it?
see that
You don't
thing?
know a fruitcake?
I've
I
never
don't
had one.
think I don't know that I've ever had a fruitcake.
You could
Dan,
hurt
you
somebody
Beat
with
somebody with this thing.
it. Right. You could hurt somebody with it.
But I don't know if does this camera work? This I think you snuck up on me with it.
yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen one up this close, and it's kind of fascinating. It looks like it's got like the rind on cheese or something on the
Oh,
bottom.
nice.
It looks like they made a big one and then sliced it down the top, but you can see all the stuff in it. It's
Looks like gel.
it looks like one of those old timey Jello molds that you'd have at like a Tupperware party.
and it's very dense.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's not large in size, but that's 1 pound.
small but
right?
mighty. It's Mighty Mouse.
Slap that sucker in a sock. You could use it as a
yeah, it's a
blackjack.
pound long. All right, let's slice it up, man.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
So, fruitcake is a cake made with candied or dried fruits, nuts, and spices, and optionally soaked in spirits. You know, some of this one is not, but some are soaked in brandy. And they're typically served in celebration of weddings and Christmas. You know, in the UK,
Yeah,
a lot of the wedding cakes are fruit cakes.
Oh my
This
gosh.
particular one we're having here, the Glaxton quality, over 100 years they've been making fruitcake. over 100 years.
Right, but
somebody's got to be eating this crap.
that one is not 100 years old as far as we know.
No, not that particular. But is there a date of you better eat this by?
Yeah, 19.
Sell by 05/29/19.
That's a ways away.
So we got 6 months on this.
All right.
I'm so scared of
And
this.
they are an old-time thing. Mail-order fruitcakes in America began in 1913.
Oh, that should tell you the shelf life. Whew. You can send these in the mail.
And in the United States, as you alluded to, Dave, the fruitcake has become a ridiculed dessert.
Yeah.
In part due to the mass-produced inexpensive cakes of questionable age.
Oh, gosh.
What's the green thing?
Green cherries, maybe?
Yeah, I think it is.
Green cherries?
What's the green?
But it's fluorescent green.
Yeah, and I think that's to give you that Christmas spirit. You know, our stage is red and green today.
There's
Yep.
Kind of matches the fruitcake,
cute.
doesn't it?
Those.
I can't really read all the ingredients. Oh, there we go.
And a person that's a fruitcake.
Nut meats. Whenever they talk about like ground up nuts or just things like that, like I don't know, it just sounds weird. It sounds like an animal that's like a nut wildebeest. Do you know what I mean?
You want to,
Cry a little bit.
I don't think you want to bite into it. You want to pick it apart.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to really do much of anything with it.
It's all right, but it's got almost like a medicine-y quality to it.
If I was your father-in-law, I'd be bummed out if that's what I got for Christmas.
He wants it every year. That and Thwaites pork pies.
Oh, God.
Oh my. Oh God.
Better get a bucket. I'm gonna throw up.
Gaston, a bucket for monsieur.
Jess calling for the bucket.
Nope. I'm shutting my eyes and I'm just gonna barrel through. This is no. I don't know. No.
This is no.
This
I
is
can
very
see
no.
why you're saying raisins is the number one ingredient. Because even the thing that's holding it together is raisiny.
Yeah, mushy.
Well,
There's not a lot of cake
You
here.
can really taste the orange rind. Holy moly.
Yeah.
here's a fun
That's the second
fact
ingredient.
for you. Since 1995, Manitou Springs, Colorado has hosted the Great Fruitcake Toss on the first Saturday of every January.
Just throw it.
You just throw it. And, you know, if a fruitcake contains a great deal of alcohol, it can remain edible for many years.
The fermented fruitcake.
For example, a fruitcake baked in 1878 was kept as an heirloom by a family
Oh, my God.
in Michigan. In 2003, it was sampled by Jay Leno on The Tonight Show.
Noki ate it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
What?
And
Did you hit the bathroom after?
Well, a 106-year-old fruitcake was discovered in 2017, and it was described as in excellent condition and almost edible.
almost.
Almost. I would say that's true of all fruitcake. It's
I would
almost
say so.
edible.
I'm gonna level with you. That was so painfully not good that I have a tear that just came out of my right eye.
Jess is crying.
That was so sad.
Definitely would not be one of my go-to snacks, that's for sure.
This is one of the worst Christmas snacks there is, right?
I think it is.
Absolutely.
I have no reason ever to eat it again.
It's like
Now-
the head cheese of the confectionery world.
Right. Now, I will say that the fruitcake they use in the UK for weddings is different from this. There is dried fruit in it, but it doesn't have this it has a real cake texture.
Yeah, I noticed
this
that because
doesn't.
when I was trying to find a recipe for royal frosting for Pet
Yeah.
Kelce's gingerbread house, they said that that's usually the wedding cake of the royals
Right.
is fruitcake.
Yep.
I was like, really?
So gross.
There's not really a lot of cake to this.
No, and it's sickly sweet, really.
Yeah. It's congealed.
Orange peel. Ugh.
Yeah.
It has
Orange
a very
peel
uncomfortable.
is
Wait,
very strong.
peel it off and throw
Between
it
the
away.
raisins and the orange peel, it's the bulk of what you. If
Yeah.
you never had it before, when we're explaining to you, orange peel with raisins is the flavor.
Pretty
Well,
much.
this would seriously benefit from the alcohol. I feel like you
Yeah.
need to cut some of that sweetness out. I know that they use a sweeter alcohol for it, so maybe it'll just add to the sweetness. But this is it. Oh no!
I think
Like, this has
usually
gotta be some kind of
they use
torture.
brandy, I think.
The cherries and the grapes are like you would get.
Like a maraschino cherry.
Yes, like in a drink or
In your
on-
Shirley Temple
Yeah.
if you're a kid.
Yeah, that it's bright red and it's really candy, right?
Oh.
Yes, they're all different flavors, Jess.
These smell bomb.
All right.
You know, just the
Well,
problem
what
is
flavors?
So we're looking at the ribbon candy here, and this
So-
is what brand?
I can't. Can you
pronounce it.
pronounce that?
We see it?
Sergio.
No.
Sergey, I don't know. They wrote it in cursive. That's really not well done.
This is beautiful, though.
But I believe it's probably, and I haven't even looked, it's probably manufactured in Brockton, Massachusetts.
Wow.
I am.
Made
yeah,
in
it
the
is.
US.
Made in the USA,
Yeah.
1926.
So gives it a plus.
Brockton, Mass.
Yeah.
But
can't
the
read the
package of this is just lovely. I mean, when you open it up, there's just a variety of different kind of
Shattered ribbon
flavors.
candies.
So-
Well, I've been a little rough.
So the biggest manufacturer of ribbon candy
What, I
in
just
the
pick
world
a color?
Pick a color, any
I'm
color.
going
Is
to pick
the-
red.
Red
Cinnamon.
rock and roll.
And I'm going to take another little broken piece here of,
Break off as much as you want.
I don't want much.
I'm pretty excited about this. It's beautiful.
Just to be fair, I'm going to have a few different kinds.
If that's like the classic stuff, Dave, be careful. Red's probably cinnamon.
Would it say
Not
on there
cherry.
maybe Savini candy, Sevigny?
Could. I can't read it.
trying
It's like
three.
a really bad cursive font.
Oops. I'm trying another one. I want to give this a whirl.
SEVG, yeah, that's it.
How many years in business?
Since
Well-
1924, right?
We'll go all the way back to the beginning. Ribbon candy is a traditional Christmas candy that goes back for centuries in Europe, though it's unclear exactly where it was first created.
Somebody's buying this crap. Yes, it is the cinnamon, but it's not very sharp cinnamon.
No,
But
the-
what is sharp is the ribbon candy itself.
Yeah, you think?
It is glass. Be careful not to cut your gums.
Yeah, don't rip yourself to shreds.
So the white and green is spearmint, which is arguably one of my favorite flavors.
Oh my, what a
These taste like wax lips.
Yeah, good.
They do.
They do.
I'm going to do the orange and white thing. Stuff reminds me of my grandmother.
All right, the red is straight up wax lips, Ed.
Is it really?
No joke.
Oh no. I'm not sure that's good.
Did you just try the orange and white?
No. I
The
got
red and white? This one?
No, it's like an orange. It tastes
red
like...
and white.
Tastes like oranges.
Yeah. There was two in there. One was red and white. It's probably peppermint, but that one's like a
Peppermint.
faint orange flavor.
Red. Now I
Orangey.
got a pinkish one.
So way back in the 1800s, they invented mechanical crimpers to shape the ribbons, right? But until the 40s, ribbon candy was never made on a larger scale. Because one of the big
Nobody
bottlenecks
wants it
is,
because nobody wants it.
well, they used to have to cut the ribbons with scissors. So they'd cut them after the crimping.
Okay.
But then they invented an air-activated automatic cutter. It was invented by Savini Candy, and this same cutter is still in use by F.B. Washburn Candy, which is the company in Brockton, Massachusetts.
Good for them.
And not one of the big companies buying these guys out, right? Absolutely not.
Oh, heck no. I mean, it's orange colored, but it doesn't taste like anything except sugar.
I taste definite flavors with these. Like the pink is bubble mint, the green and white is spearmint. The red one, I'm just going to go with wax lips. It's delicious. And the red, it might be orange. Orange and white is clearly orange.
See, it makes a nice presentation to give somebody that.
Oh,
and
it's
they open it up,
lovely.
it looks beautiful. But
I think that's pretty as anything.
certainly as a kid, you got no interest in this at all.
Oh, no.
So more of an adult candy, and I don't think they're interested in this either. Yet, it's been around over 100 years, 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
It still exists. It's there. I mean, the Twinkie went out of business, and somebody had to buy the company back. But these don't go out of business. The fruitcake company, over 100 years, they don't go out of business.
No.
How is this possible?
It's
Who likes this?
Just because it's so traditional, I think. I don't think it's because people like it.
But
They-
you buy once a year.
Correct.
Then
There's
how
just-
can they be in business?
I don't know. They probably have low overhead in Brockton.
I have like
Three
ribbon
guys working
candy
on a machine.
shrapnel stuck in my cheeks.
And I got like a mound of sugar just wedged into my
Yeah.
molars.
This is
I'd
not.
love to know how much sales they have and stuff like that. I mean, how can they be surviving?
It's got to be extremely profitable then. That's all I could think of.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
Because you don't really get a lot in the box, but yeah.
And it really takes
Oh, sugar.
too long to melt in your mouth.
Yeah, it ain't
You
melting.
kind of want it gone before it's done. But
This will be one of. I ate all the fruitcake, the little piece I had.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
I didn't get
But
through
I
mine.
ain't eating all the
Ribbon candy.
ribbon candy. I'm not
The
doing
gum
it.
destroyer. That stuff is sharp. Holy heck.
All right,
It's not
so
interesting. It's boring.
candy canes.
Classics.
Would you like to know about candy canes?
I would very much.
Yeah, why do people buy them?
Now are they really shaped like a J?
They don't really have a verified story on the candy canes, but one that's quite popular is that in 1670, that's a
Wow.
long time ago, in Cologne, Germany, the choir master at a particular cathedral wanted to remedy the noise caused by children in his church on Christmas Eve, so he asked a local candy maker for some sugar sticks. In order to justify the practice of giving candy to children during worship services, he asked the candy maker to add a crook to the top of each stick, which would help children remember the shepherds who visited the infant Jesus.
He's a very
So why
smart
did they
man.
call candy crooks instead of candy canes?
This I can't tell you.
Maybe that principal in that school wouldn't have said it was shaped like a J.
The earliest candy canes were manufactured by hand. Chicago confectioners, the Bunt Brothers, filed one of the earliest patents for candy cane making machines in the early 1920s.
So this is 100 years old too.
These are all
Yeah.
classic
These are fun.
Christmas treats.
They
that
have a
you're
definite flavor. You know what to
comfortable
expect
seeing,
when you get a
but-
candy cane. It's going to be peppermint, unless you get one of the wacky ones.
And they've been
good.
modernized, right? Because Lifesavers was making candy canes.
Oh, really?
This year, my wife bought Dum Dums candy canes.
Seriously. Everybody's
Obviously,
jumping in the game.
flavored by the
this is
lollipop.
catching on,
The candy cane, there's
It's
a whole
classic.
bunch of different kinds.
but not
now.
as peppermint, right?
No. These are traditional Dum Dums
Okay.
flavors.
I'd
you
much
know.
rather have the fruit flavored candy cane than the peppermint candy cane.
Right.
But these are all you always get. It's like the classic one.
All right, before we proclaim
Definitely couldn't snack on
the
these.
worst of the worst, how about a little snack news? Maybe it'll take our mind off the candy canes.
I already brushed my teeth.
So, a Japanese snack food maker called Calbee has introduced potato chips lovely cheese.
I don't.
Explain.
Designed to appeal to women in their 20s and 30s who enjoy sharing pics of whatever they are eating on social media. The new lovely cheese flavor is supposed to be a perfect pairing with sparkling wine that is popped open by fashionable young ladies for Christmas parties in Japan.
So we supposed to guess here what flavor it is?
Oh, it's cheese. The new chip has a mixture of Gouda and cream cheese with a touch of blueberry for aroma and sweetness. The chips are packaged in a pretty pink bag.
Are they chips or are they cheese? I'm a little confused, I think.
Oh, no, I think they
Flavored
are
chips.
flavored potato chips.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Gouda is a pungent cheese. They could use a crap load of freaking blueberry to hide that.
Well, and they
Sounds
got
pretty
some
good.
cream cheese, too, which is pretty neutral.
Yeah.
But you'd like the pretty pink bag, right?
I don't social media pictures of my food because 9 times out of 10 it's like, why would you put those two things together? It's disgusting. But yeah, I dig it. Anything it's cheese related, I'll eat.
All right. Well, this one I think will appeal to you, Dave. There's a specialty candy retailer. It's Sugar. They're debuting 2 exclusive Elvis Presley Pez candy dispensers
Elvis
featuring Elvis Presley.
That's close.
Yeah.
I'm all pezzed up.
They come in retro-style packaging, holding 3 Pez refill rolls. The dispensers are available in 1960s and 1970s Elvis designs.
Is one a little
60s
thicker?
Elvis.
Yeah, I don't know if you get bigger Pez out of the 70s Elvis.
Is it really called Pesley?
Yeah,
Oh, that's glorious.
Elvis Presley.
That's wonderful.
Man, that's something we got to do on the show is Pez. Because that's been around forever.
Dave, donuts are a snack, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know you love donuts. Did you see what Krispy Kreme is up to?
No, what are they up to?
Uh-oh.
They've got gingerbread glazed donuts for the holiday
All right, very
season.
nice.
I'm in.
Starting December 19th through Christmas Eve, you can get your ginger glazed donut.
That sounds amazing.
The gingerbread glazed
Are there any more around here,
donut
though?
is perfectly spiced gingerbread dough with hints of cinnamon covered in a warm gingerbread molasses glaze.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
I'm in.
Yeah. And that's going to do it for this week's snack news.
The only problem is that the
We
Krispy
need
Kremes
to-
aren't there anymore, because I remember those went down in the Boston area, and everybody used to say when the
more.
red light went on, it was like, instant turn-ins.
No more.
That stinks. I love the hot Krispy Kremes are good.
I think Duncan drove them out of town.
Dunkin's the king up here in New England, and by the way, I'm not crazy about their donuts at all.
Or their coffee. I'd much rather go to like a Honeydew or a Heavenly.
I love Heavenly.
I'd like to
think
point
I'm
out
ready with
everybody's
my
eating this
list.
things the exact same way. They're trying to make it into that dark point.
Yeah, you turn it into a piece of glass like the ribbon candy.
Pierce somebody.
Well,
with
I
these
need a
things.
weapon, to be honest with you, to fight off this cheesecake, fruitcake, excuse me.
I'm surprised at my worst pick.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready for yours. So
I thought it was going to be the candy cane. I'm not hating. I'm taking my time, and I keep sucking on it. I ate all my fruitcake, which I'm surprised at. No, I didn't like it. These are the three worst.
No.
But I ate it all. But I did not eat all my ribbon candy, and I had three different kinds. I ate one of the three. I tasted a little bit of the second and third. Nope. Ribbon candy is awful.
ribbon candy is the worst of your worst?
I don't like it. I think it's beautiful packaging.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
If you gave somebody that as a gift, you go to a house and you brought
Festive,
things.
right?
Yeah,
cool
nice looking. I don't think people eat it. I don't think people eat any of these things. I would say the majority of fruitcakes, if they find them 100 years later, they're not eating those either.
No.
And people hang these candy canes
On
everywhere,
trees,
and years later, they're still standing there. I mean, if it was a pack of cheese doodles that was hanging on my Christmas tree,
I'd
it
be
wouldn't
pretty
last. But these last because they're going to sit there, and I'd skip it if any of them were there to eat. And I'm fairly hungry.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hungrier because I'm not.
Yeah.
Going
I mean, even if you're talking old school Christmas tree decorating, I would eat the stringed popcorn
Yes.
before I
Yep.
ate the
Yeah.
candy cane.
I remember that.
Yeah, not a fan of any of this, but the worst was the ribbon candy. It's glass. It's dangerous.
Now, it may help you with if there were a home invasion, you could get a jagged edge.
Oh, yeah.
and
Jesus,
fend
Caltrop.
off.
You could do that with this, as Mike points out. You
What are you
keep,
gonna say?
you
Hold
keep
on.
licking
There's
this
a
till it
prison
turns
shank.
till it turns into a shank.
Could you imagine the police report on that? Be kinder to your local
You're
police.
stabbed with a candy cane. Yeah.
They found the murder or something. This could be a
Now, this is
lifetime
sugar.
movie.
If it dissolves in the system,
Santa
how are they going to be
Slay
able
is
to tell what the
already
murder
a
weapon
movie.
was?
Right.
It's kind of like the icicle thing.
The guy ate it at the end.
The guy gets
He
killed
ate
by an
the
icicle,
weapon.
and the thing melts. Nobody knows how he died. He's got
This
a hole
is
in his head.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Christmas.
Good.
This is the Christmas episode, folks.
Oh, ho, ho.
How to kill somebody with a candy cane.
Just tell us what's the worst.
The worst is the fruitcake. I'm never going to untaste that. There are things that you taste and you can never untaste, along with those beef stew chips.
Yeah. Those are the two worst.
Fruitcake is just, it's not right.
It's nasty, right?
It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Ribbon candy is second favorite. I do like the variety in the pack, and I think they're lovely. But I don't like being sticky.
Second favorite meaning worst?
Second worst.
Okay.
Yes. And then the candy cane, it may not be super exciting, but I'm not sticky right now. It's peppermint. I mean, what could you really ask?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad snack. It's not something that I
Yeah.
reach for, but yeah, candy cane is the least of the worst.
So we're close to each other.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to go Shards of Doom first, because the
Worst?
ribbon candy looks cool and everything, like Dave was saying. It'll cut the hell out of you if you're not careful. The flavors aren't there. I mean, it's just sugar, sweet. Every so often you'll get one that might taste like something, but it's boring. Fruitcake's going to be my second, just because it was interesting, but the only problem is orange rind is peeled off and thrown away for a reason.
Yeah.
It don't taste good. And probably
Me-
third would be the candy cane.
Me and Mikey are on target every single week. I think we got the same palate.
Pretty much. I mean, we like a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've sat at a Christmas event, and if nothing else is around, I've eaten one of these damn candy canes. It's not something I go to, but if it's there, and
It's the least offensive.
it.
You can do it, but
Yeah.
I don't want it.
definitely not a go-to snack.
Yeah, I think we're going to end up with another tie because I think fruitcake is horrible.
Right on it.
I just
It is.
the
You're
texture
taking nothing
of
wrong.
it, I mean, there's no redeeming characteristics.
It's got nuts, so it should be healthy.
So
right?
if there was a plate of ribbon candy and a plate of fruitcake, those are the only two things in the room. You're at a cocktail party. Hey, you have a little snack or something up there. You're going for the ribbon candy.
I would eat
Sure,
the
I
plate.
could just break off a tiny piece of that, and it's less
Suck on it.
offensive. Yeah.
Throw it on the floor and see who gets their foot stabbed first.
Yep. But for me, yeah, it's fruitcake, ribbon candy, and then the candy cane. So the candy cane is the least bad of the worst.
Right.
You know?
And then it's a two-way tie between fruitcake and ribbon candy.
Right.
amazing.
And, yeah, and we each of the people reversed it, right? So we
Yeah.
got 2 for the worst,
Yes.
2, and so
Pretty good.
They're virtually tied.
Yeah.
I would say
virtually
so.
tied for being awful. But we're going to get back next week to liking snacks
Oh,
again.
I'm so excited.
But we're going to try a snack next week, and we're going to try it in 2 different forms. One snack, 2 different forms, and we'll see what that's all about.
I'm very
Interesting.
excited.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
If you guys have an idea for a snack we should dig into, an idea of what to pair against each other, let us know. Contact us at thesnackauthority@gmail.com. Please let your snack eating friends know about us. Share us, subscribe to us, give us a 5-star rating because we really like that. This is the Snack Authority for Mikey, Ed, Dave, and myself. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and
Christmas.
happy holiday season.
Watch the pointy end.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.